All right, City of Forest Park, it is now time for council to start. Today is November 6th. This is council meeting number 1423. We're going to start by standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh yeah, excuse me. It is council meeting number 1424. My work copy had another number on there. All right, starting with item number 1 on the agenda, roll call. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Present.
Here.
Harrison.
Here.
Holt.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Sylvester.
All right, all council members are present and accounted for. Moving on to item number 2, which is the minutes. Has everyone received the minutes? Are there any changes or corrections to be made? All right, hearing none. We're going to move on to item number 3, which is presentations, and it's going to be for 40 West Track Team.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, good evening. This was brought about at one of our community events. Ended up meeting some young athletes and the coach, and upon learning more and more about what they were doing and how closely they were connected to the community, from the community and all of our kids there, it seemed pretty inspiring. And then it got even better, and I'm going to tell you about that. So 40 West is the name of the nonprofit where Mr. Kenneth C. Wilson, or better and more affectionately known as Coach Chip, started about 4 years ago. 40 West Elite Speed is a nonprofit organization, as I said, and it was founded on the principle of creating a safe, nurturing environment for all track and field athletes to flourish and develop properly in all their future endeavors. In just 4 years, they boast over 155 student athletes, girls and boys, ages 4 to 18. And they really, and we're talking literally 4 and 5-year-olds out there in their little leotards running their little hearts out. They have 30 All-American titles. Wow. And what was the most impressive thing and inspiring and really unique to our community was that the Junior Olympics, which I don't follow, but the Junior Olympics happened at the end of July and into August, July 29th through August 8th. It was in Des Moines, Iowa, so it's a little bit of a trek. 40 West, from yours truly, Forest Park, took 45 athletes that placed to actually be able to compete out there. And that was from the Forest Park. So, and they didn't come back empty-handed either. They came back with 12 medals, and some of them triple crowned. And we have Coach Chip here, and he is going to tell us a little bit more about them. But we collectively are just so stinking proud of the work that you all are doing, because what this also translates into is cash money for these students when it comes to college, right, and scholarships. So this is about not just paving a way and making a safe environment for the now, but also enriching our future and making sure that they can get in college and stay in college. This is also in partnership even with our district, because the students that you're seeing running this AAU track, they're also bringing home medals for our Great Winton Woods track team as well. So if you would please, Coach Chip, come up, and we'd like to recognize you.
All right.
Good evening.
And you can come to the
Yeah, you
mic,
can-
sir.
Yeah,
All
we wanna
yours.
speak on, yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am Coach Chip. My organization has originated for 4 years. I have been with another track club, but 40 West is what stands out. And I came from this community, went to high school here, and I said, what better thing to do is to give back to the community and help enrich these athletes and students, other than just being on the field, but in the classroom as well, as I work here at the Success Academy for Winton Woods School District. So I came about putting a team together with Gerald Bailey, Rashawn Eastman, Shannon Coleman, Dimitri Williams, and had the brainstorming saying, hey, what can we do for this community? So I come up about how the name is 40 West is our zip code here, 45240. And there's a Northwest school, so I said, well, I can't say Northwest, but we are West.
Yeah.
So, and then it enriched, and I come up with the colors, and then we just been a dynamic boom from all the coaching staff and the athletes, and it's just an awesome thing. And we also have 2 track meets a year at our stadium here at Wynn Woods, 40 West. So we do the indoor nationals and the outdoor nationals. And our ages range from 4 years old to 18, boys and girls. Our 4-year-old group is phenomenal. The 5-year-old group is phenomenal. On up the ladders, it's so phenomenal. It's great to see that the kids endure and become successful. Also, right now, I have a few athletes that are in the high school. Rico Thompson, Jocelyn Jones, Kariah Judkins, sophomores now, they were freshmen. D1, schools are looking at them right now. Wisconsin Badgers, Notre Dame, UIT in Texas. So, I mean, this is great, and it's, like I said, it's a benefit for the athletes and the families. So I'm proud to be that person, and I appreciate you all having me come in and speak a bit about our organization. And the website is www.40, which is the number 40, westelitespeed.org. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, thank you for that presentation, Councilwoman Clark. Coach Chip, thank you for volunteering your time. We know it can be a lot to work a job and then get off work and go to work. So we really appreciate you, spending the time to mentor and nurture kids and create tremendous athletes. When are you accepting new students or new recruits, or how often are you doing that?
As of right now, our registration is open.
Okay, registration open. All right.
I think it closes on December the 1st.
Okay.
This is for the indoor period, then we'll have an outdoor period.
All right, and if you want to push all the information to the city, we'll make sure we get out in one of our e-newsletters just to boost it out. So we thank you. Anybody else want to have any words for Coach Chip?
I just want to say thank you, because our youth need that, and thank you so much for what you're doing to keep our youth off the street, out of jail, and doing something positive. So thank you.
Basically, our team also is family oriented. You know, there's some that maybe do a little lippy here and there, but we let them know up front, this is not that kind of party. This is about family oriented, and it's about teaching these athletes and keeping family values together as one.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 4, which is communications from the public. So this is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. So when recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcription, and comments are limited to 5 minutes. So if anyone would like to address council, you can please come up to the podium and do so now. There should be a sign-in sheet up there as well.
My name is Zandra Brown, address 11599 New Hope Drive. I'm a long-term resident of Forest Park, went to Green Hills High School, lived out here basically all my life. But I just want to introduce myself as hometown realtor, and I would like to put some first-time home buyers or home buyer classes together for our community, and just teach our people about home ownership and generational wealth. So.
And how do we find you?
I can send that information to the website. I have my business card,
Yeah,
but I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Advisors.
Okay. You should be able to just send your information directly to the city, or you can email us. I'm sure we can all give you our cards, but you can also contact the clerk of council or call the city directly, speak with, or it would be Shannon at the front desk in the
Okay.
end. We can easily coordinate something. We can coordinate something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
I think that's a great idea.
Anyone else?
Sorry. Commander Ms. Brown. You're fine.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's a great idea.
Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 5 on the agenda is reports from council members, and we are going to start with Councilmember Adams.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. At this time, I don't have a report to give, other than the are changing. We are looking forward to our amazing city manager putting out some lights right there on Winton Road. So we do have a little small something going on, but we're a little tester here, but we will get some lights out. Don't have anything. We'll say that Beautification Commission did meet. We did lose Miss Linda McIntyre. She is now retiring because she says she wants to enjoy her children and her grandchildren and her husband. And so I just want to publicly acknowledge her and just say thank you again, Miss Linda, for your service. She has been a pillar for the Beautification Commission. She's been a sweet woman to work with, and we are going to miss her. But what that does is frees up another seat for us on Beautification Commission, and we are wanting more people to get involved so that we can plant flowers and we can enjoy one another's company. And it's just an amazing commission. It's very different than any of the other commissions. So if you're interested, please let our clerk of council know, and or email me and let me know. But we love to have more members on beautification. Thank you.
And Councilmember Clark, the application for commissions are on the website, correct?
Yes, sir, but Ms. Clark is sitting at the very
Mr.
end, and I
Adams,
am
I'm
Ms.
sorry.
Adams. But thank you so much. And yes, they are on the website,
Yeah.
and or they can get in contact with our commission. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, we do want people to please go to the website if you're thinking about joining any city commissions. All right, and I do not have any work session items for you. Do you have any to add?
No, sir, nothing other than what we've had on the agenda for past that we've had to table.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Moving on to Councilmember Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the Environmental Awareness Board had their last of a series of workshops called Befuddled by Birds last week. Very, very interesting. I had no idea that 60 million bird watchers worldwide, and it was really great. Very well attended. 21 folks came out for naturalist Carol Mundy. She had a lot of very good information. It was really surprising to know that there have been stamps stamps that have gone out, of course, nationally from this very, from Forest Park with birds that have been taken pictures of. So it was very good information that was given. We also had in November our summer youth free program wrap up. And so you all remember I've been talking about that for quite some time. Back in May, we had our summer fair, our first free summer youth fair, and again, the whole premise behind it was trying to collectively utilize our resources with, members of the community and our faith community in order to provide free programming throughout the summer for our kids. And so the wrap up and the information from that work that led, that people were able to sign up to, and then went through June, July, and the beginnings of August were as follows. We had 10 different free summer youth classes. 86 children attended, ranging from frisbee golf, woodworking, baking, photography, STEM, and even entrepreneurship classes. We had 2 community members that got involved doing mosaics and entrepreneurship classes. And we had John Wesleyan Church, which actually kind of sits on the edge of Forest Park, Red Door, Quinn Chapel AME over there on Sharon, and Kemper Road Christian Church, as well as Forest Chapel United Methodist. roughly 50 people attended that free summer youth program fair. And so we are very much excited and looking forward to doing it much bigger and better in the coming year, because it took a lot of coordinated efforts with those different organizations and bringing volunteers. Some of those, like the ones at John Wesley Church or Wesleyan, they were 4 days long, and they met for a couple hours each day. Like they're baking, woodworking, and photography. And so it took a lot, and it was really nice to see. The group, as well as our CRO, Mr. Wilson, or Officer Wilson, we all met, and it has gone so well that they've collectively decided to have an additional quarterly meetings with members of the faith community to share and talk about other opportunities that they can help the city out with and help our youth in finding some paths and safe havens for. So April 11th, 2024 will be our next free summer youth program fair, and hopefully we'll be able to double our engagement and our classes.
All right, thank you for that, Councilmember Clark. I also do not have any work session items for you. Would you like to add any?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. Moving on to Councilmember Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before I begin, I'd like to remind the public that this Thursday will be Thanksgiving, so we just encourage that all Forest Park residents be safe when you're making your turkey. So if you decide to fry a turkey,
Yes.
please do not place your propane turkey fryer on a wooden deck.
Yeah.
Okay, please do not do that,
Yeah.
because those do cause fires, and we do not want our fire department out on Thanksgiving. I mean, if they have to go, they have to go, but please, if you're going to do that, be safe. We want everybody to be safe on Black Friday. Okay, so if you go shopping, please do not beat up your fellow citizen over that dollar TV. There's plenty. Okay. So with that, the Civil Service Commission met a few weeks ago, and we did have a robust discussion with our police and fire representatives. We know there are things on the table that concerning hiring and promotion practices within those organizations. Small plug, if there's anybody out here, we are looking for police officers. Am I right, Mr. Mayor and City Manager? So if anybody's looking to serve their community, Forest Park is hiring. And that is all I have right now.
All right, thank you for that, Councilmember Harrison. Do you have any work session items to add at this time?
Not at this time. Thank you very much.
All right. And then we're going to move on to First Vice Mayor Holt.
I do not have a report tonight, but I would like to wish all of our citizens a very happy, safe Thanksgiving, and be grateful for what God has given you. With that, that concludes my report.
Thank you for that, Vice Mayor. Do you have any work session items to add at this time?
I do not, thank you.
All right, moving on to Second Vice Mayor, Dr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I want to say thank you to our residents, our veterans, our community partners who came out to celebrate Veterans Day with us. We had an amazing time, and we just want to thank our veterans, because oftentimes, and their families and their spouses, because it is truly a sacrifice when you're serving our country, time away from your family. And so we just want to thank everyone for coming out and participating. And so we hope to do it again next year and future years to come. Also, the Quality of Life has a community survey out there, and it's posted, I believe, on our website and in our e-news. So if you get an opportunity, please complete that survey, because it allows us to identify some programs you want in our community and things that we need to improve on. So it's very important that you complete that survey. And it doesn't take long, so please let us hear your voice. Also, Forest Chapel is having a Christmas concert Saturday, December the 16th at 4 p.m. And so they invite the community to come out, and our council members and our city manager to come out and celebrate. They've had this concert in the past, and it's amazing. And so we just welcome the community to come out and just fellowship with Forest Chapel. And that completes my report.
Thank you for that, Dr. Moore. Can you repeat the date for the Christmas concert again?
It's Saturday, December the 16th
Okay.
at
Sorry,
4 p.m.
December, yeah, I missed it as well. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, 4 p.m.
All right. All right, and would you like to add any work session items at this time, Dr. Moore?
No, not at this time.
All right, thank you. And moving on to Councilmember Sylvester.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I do not have a formal report, but just want to iterate on the point of Thanksgiving and wish all our residents a happy Thanksgiving. It's the appointed time of the year where we are approaching a time where we all can kind of reflect back and observe a lot of the goodness that we received and not just be thankful to get our belly full, but just be thankful for all of the other things that we have received in goodness. But we just want to make that comment, and we wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I did miss out on, you had moved ahead, and I wanted to
Oh, I'm
say
sorry.
to Coach Chip.
Yeah.
We go back in some days there, and he not only know how to put the beat down with the runners on the track, he know how to put the beat down on the drums too, bro. We got rhythm. Yeah, we worked in some years there, worked
Okay.
with Project Outreach with the Jazz Fest
Yeah.
during the early years. So yeah, he's yes sir, and so he definitely knows the rhythm of getting those runners in their stride to where they can get the best. So we thank him for that. Yes, sir.
Thank you for that, Councilmember. And would you like to add any work session items at this time?
No, Mayor.
All right. And that concludes item number 5 on the agenda, reports of standing committees. Moving on to item number 6, which is the mayor's report. First, I would like to thank Dr. Moore and Councilmember Harris for organizing a very wonderful Veterans Day celebration. It was incredibly well attended. I learned a lot. They had a presentation from the Tuskegee Airmen Club, and I learned a lot about not only the airmen, but we have a number of veterans throughout the Forest Park community, and just about every branch was represented except for the Space Force. They'll have veterans. They'll have veterans soon enough. So that is coming. No, hopefully no moon wars or anything like that. But
We
but there will
recognize
be
them,
veterans.
though.
We did recognize the Space Force as well. So thank you both for not only for your service to the country, service to Forest Park, but for organizing that event, because a lot of our veterans in Forest Park, the people attending the event, they seem to enjoy it a great deal, and they liked to be recognized in that manner. So I want to thank you both for doing that. And we also want to thank our Nepalese community for organizing the City of Forest Park's first ever Diwali event. I know it was actually very well attended. Apparently, Forest Park is centrally located to a number of different communities that have a large Nepalese population. They say we're centrally located, and they would like to have more events and attend more events in Forest Park, but they would also like to have Diwali. We wanted to thank everyone who volunteered for that event, especially our fire department. A few people did message me and ask what we were celebrating, because they did have fireworks, but they checked in with the city, which is the proper procedure. They had relevant insurance. They had professionals doing it. We're not saying that we're going to open it to everyone, but that is the proper way to go about that if you want fireworks for your celebration. So it's something that we're going to look into opening up more in the future. But in addition to that, we do still have a few events coming up at the end of the year. So the closest event will be our Breakfast with Santa, which is also very, very popular with the children. And that's going to be at Frisch's at 11990 Chase Plaza Drive. So the Frisch's right off of Winton Road. That's going to be December 2nd, and it's going to start at 10 a.m. So Breakfast with Santa is happening again, and we appreciate Frisch's for their partnership. They host it every year. They love to host it. We love them hosting it, and it's always just really a good time for the kids. And then I also believe we have the tree lighting ceremony coming up, but I'll let Don give the details on that, because I believe that's going to be December 4th, correct, Don? Okay, so the tree lighting ceremony. But lastly, I want to say, please take the time to do the quality of life community survey. I know the quality of life committee, Dr. Moore, Councilmember Adams have worked really hard with quality of life commission members to get your input. So you can find that available on the website. You can also find it available on all our social media pages. But as much as I love to hear from residents, I'm not always going to be able to respond to every inquiry that I get. All of us up here on council, we get a lot of questions about a number of things and a lot of ideas coming from residents. And we know that people care. We know that people think this is a beautiful community, and it is. And if you would like to expand on everything that we're doing and expand on everything that makes Forest Park great, please give your input to the Quality of Life Community Survey. And with that, that concludes my report, and I do not have any work session items to add at this time.
Can I just
Yeah, go ahead.
interject? All right, Jermaine and Dr. Moore, you were involved in the 50s, 60s, 70s dance.
Right.
That was fantastic. I had not been before, but you know, I'm a youngling, so that's it was fantastic. It was really, really awesome. And the group that I brought with me, we will be back next year for that. So I want to say thanks for that.
Yeah, Dr. Moore, if you want to give an update on the 60s, 70s night, did you want to recap that for residents?
Oh, so
Yeah.
this is our 7th annual event, minus COVID, so 2 years of COVID.
Yeah.
And so basically it is a fundraising event for We Thrive. And so, again, it's just a space and a place for the community to come out and relax and get to know each other and engage. And of course, we have costumes, 70s, or whatever you want to wear, or just come as you are. But it's growing, and so, but we're just very excited that our community comes out and support this fundraiser. So it definitely is a fundraiser. So.
Yeah, I heard it was actually very well attended as well. And you know, some people come in not 70s costumes, but just outfits they brought out the closet, and that's okay. That's good.
Yeah. So it's fun, and it's a chance for our residents to just debrief and relax and just have fun.
Absolutely.
And so, and then there's prizes and there's split the pot, but it all goes back into the community.
Councilmember Adams came in her tutu, so.
I was in my 80s wear. It was 70, 80s.
Yeah.
I was in my 80s wear.
Yeah.
And Dr. Moore had on her afro. So, yeah, we were doing our thing there. I think Reggie came as Bookman from Good Times, but yeah. He was Run DMC, Councilman Harrison. Yeah, it was a good time.
That's good. People say they wanted events. We have a lot more events, and that's a really popular one. But actually, I did want to go back really quick before we move to the city manager report. Thanksgiving is coming up, so I do want to wish all of our residents a happy Thanksgiving. But to the members of this council, I would like to tell all of you that I am thankful for each and every one of you. It's been a very long journey. We still have a lot more to do, a lot more to accomplish, but I feel like we work well together, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you taking the time and the sacrifice that it takes. A lot of people don't know how much sacrifice, like I mentioned earlier, to get off work and then to come in here and do more work. So I appreciate all of you, and I am thankful for each and every one of you, and please save me a plate. So with that, we're going to move on to item number 7, which is the city manager's report.
We're thankful for you too.
Thank you. So Don Jones.
Well, I'm thankful for all of you as well. So, and again, make sure that you celebrate safely on Thanksgiving. And again, if you're out traveling, take steps to make sure you get home safely. So, everyone be safe, and don't drop that frozen turkey in the fryer,
In the fryer, yeah.
because it will explode.
Let it thaw out.
Anyway, most of the stuff we've hit on already, but I do want to echo some of the thoughts on the Veterans Day celebration, or the honoring. It's not really a celebration, but we were celebrating veterans. That was a tremendous event, and if you missed it, you missed it. It was really, really well done, and I'll put that up against anyone I've ever been to. So
Awesome.
congratulations to Councilmember Terrence and Dr. Moore, and the whole staff, but also the sororities as well,
Yeah.
who helped out.
Yes.
You know, without the volunteers, it wouldn't have taken place, but it was a tremendous, tremendous day, and I learned a lot. And I look forward to doing it even bigger and better next year. So congratulations for that. That was a great day for our city, really. You think about all the activities that went on that day. We had 3 big activities. We started at 10 o'clock with the Veterans celebration, and then we went on to the Diwali Festival. Started about 2 o'clock. That went all night till about 7. And all day at our Central Park, and it was well attended, and couldn't have been a better organized and better event. And then in the evening, of course, we had our 70s and 80s get down. So that was another great event. So for a whole day of Saturday, it really was tough. So it was a great day, lots of good events and lots of fun and lots of good things, lots of good camaraderie between all the citizens, and opportunity to get out and stretch your legs, and starts out with a solemn note in the morning and ended up with a real high note in the evening. So we had a great time. Everyone that was there had a great time. I will mention again the breakfast with Santa on December 2nd. The tree lighting is December 4th. That's a Monday, I believe. It's at the Senior Center begins at 7 p.m. Goes till 8, so if you've got a young child or anyone, everyone's invited. It's open to the public, it's free. Santa will be there. So if you want to come out and watch our tree light and celebrate, sing some songs, and just have a good old time, and maybe meet some new friends coming out December 4th at 7 o'clock at our Senior Center right here on Winton Road. And also, one of the events that we have, it kind of slides under the radar, but we really want to make a push for this on November 25th. So if you're not doing anything, that's a Saturday. You're recovering from your turkey. You're probably done with the leftovers. At least, well, I won't be. But November 25th, right here at our Winton Woods High School, be the 3rd annual Midwest Regional HBCU Experience. Historically Black Colleges and Universities will be playing basketball there. And it's Winton Woods. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, goes all day, I think, till 9. There will be not only basketball. I think there's 6 teams this year, maybe more. I'm pretty sure there's at least 6. And so they'll be representing their universities and their colleges. But also there'll be a lot of college information there. There'll be a hallway with information about all the colleges and universities. So if you have some time on a Saturday morning and you're not doing anything, come on out and learn a little bit and enjoy the basketball. So that's right here at Winton Woods. It's a big regional event. It's packed, and it'll be a lot of fun. And come on out and see that on the 25th. Other than that, we've been very busy. We are still, we're still recruiting policemen. We've put some ads out. We're working with our marketing company to try and do some things, some videos and everything. I think we're trying to put together some nice videos as well. And so we are, again, if you're looking, want to start a career as a policeman or even a fireman, but a policeman, we're actively recruiting here in the police officers here in the city of Forest Park. So come serve your community if you really want to be a part of the solution. Other than that, I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Vice
Okay,
Mayor?
for the HBCU, where can they get tickets to attend this?
They can get them at the door.
Oh, at the door,
Yeah.
or where?
You can call. I just wrote down the phone number. Hold on, let me find it. You can call 513-602-7289, and they'll be glad to take care of you.
Okay,
That's Dante Payne
Thank
is
you.
the organizer, and we're looking forward to a really nice event that day.
Councilmember Adams?
Yes, sir. There is just one detail I'd like to highlight regarding December the 4th at the tree lighting ceremony, and that is they are asking that you please bring a non-perishable food item to help those in need. So I just wanted to, not to overshadow our city manager and his great presentation, but that was just a point that I thought was very much so relevant that I wanted to make sure we were able to highlight, to bring a non-perishable item if possible for our families that are in need.
Okay. Thank you for that. All right. All right, moving on to item number 8, which is other reports, and we're going to start with our law director, Mr. John Wyckoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple items that I worked on since the last council meeting. One is a tax foreclosure lawsuit that was filed by Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, and the other was giving an opinion regarding the timing of council's salary and potential increases in that amount.
Okay.
Other than that, I have nothing else to report. Would answer any questions.
All right, thank you for that. Does anyone have any questions for our law director? All right, and we're going to move on to our other report from the clerk of council, Ms. Takia Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to report that ordinance numbers 45-2023 through 47-2023 and resolutions numbers 41-2023 through 44-2023 were posted as required, and that concludes my report.
Thank you for that, Ms. Bailey. Moving on to item number 9, which is unfinished business, general orders. We don't have any. So we're going to move to item number 10, which is new business. So I need a motion to suspend. Is there a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read ordinance numbers 45-2023 through 47-2023 by title only.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
Only that these ordinances were posted 6 days prior to the meeting.
Okay, will the clerk call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Adams,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester.
Yes.
All right, motion to suspend passes. Will the clerk please read ordinance number 45-2023 by title only?
Ordinance number 45-2023, an ordinance appointing John R. Wyckoff, attorney at law, as solicitor, law director, and prosecutor, and authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract for the provision of legal services.
Okay, and this is a first reading, correct? So we will not be voting tonight. But we can discuss John's performance overall, right? No.
Feel free to.
No, you're doing a fantastic job.
You have a new term. You can do whatever.
Good answer.
Very good, touche.
All right, and will the clerk please read ordinance number 46-2023 by title only?
Ordinance number 46-2023, an ordinance appointing Darren E. Nye, attorney at law, as public defender, and authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract for the provision of legal services.
Okay, and this is also a first reading, so we will not vote on this as well. And now will the clerk please read ordinance number 47-2023 by title only?
Ordinance number 47-2023, an ordinance amending sections 155.14, 155.19, 155.99, and 156.15 of the Forest Park Codified Ordinances and declaring an emergency.
Thank you for that, Ms. Bailey. Is there a motion, Vice Mayor Holt?
I move for adoption of ordinance number 47-2023.
Is there a second? All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
I don't have the motion. Where's the motion? This.
I think this one,
Then, let me see.
Need,
no, we already did a motion to suspend this. We're gonna vote on this, but we're just asking if there's any further discussion.
I'm trying to find a motion because I don't want to just say that there's no further discussion when I don't have the motion.
Right.
The only thing I have here is that it was posted 6 days prior to this meeting. So did we go over the motion, the last meeting?
During work session?
Yeah, a work session. Okay. I would have expected it to be here.
1 second,
I
Council.
move for adoption of ordinance number 47-2023.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember Clark, you had a comment?
Oh, nothing, that, I was just making a note that these are about residential rental properties.
Okay.
And the registration that we're now going to require so that we can act, so that we can make sure we know what's going on within the city.
For the rental registration. Correct. Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to adopt?
Brown,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
No, but
All right. Ordinance number 47-2023 passes 7-0. I need another motion to suspend. Is there a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules requiring the readings in full and read resolution numbers 41-2023 through 44-2023 by title only.
Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
Just that these resolutions were posted 6 days prior to the meeting. Y'all, we're just ready for turkey. That's all this is. We're just
Thank you for that, Councilmember Clark. Will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Clark,
yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Holt,
yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. All right, motion to suspend passes 7-0. All right, will the clerk please read resolution number 41-2023 by title only?
Resolution number 41-2023, a resolution to renew an engineering agreement with CT Consultants for the engineering services to the city of Forest Park.
All right, is there a motion, Councilmember Sylvester?
Yes, I motion resolution number 41-2023.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
That this service is a service that the city need on a yearly basis. It authorized the city manager to go into contract with CT Consultants for their engineering service when needed to help support and assist the city with engineering services that would need to be provided. So with that, I motion that we adopt a resolution number 41-2023.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Sylvester. Will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to adopt?
Harrison,
Yes.
Holt, Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Resolution number 41-2023 passes 7-0. Will the clerk please read resolution number 42-2023?
Resolution number 42-2023, a resolution authorizing the sale of 33 acres of real property located adjacent to the Mill Road Station subdivision.
All right, is there a motion, Vice Mayor Holt?
This is a hard one for me to, I mean, the motion is that, I'm not gonna say I'm going to accept it. It's a hard one for me. So,
Well, if you don't want to make the motion, is there anyone else who would like to make the motion on resolution number 42-2023?
I will make a motion
Okay.
to not adopt or not authorize.
Excuse me,
Well,
you have to make a motion to approve. You then can discuss whatever you might want to discuss, and then you can vote either yes or no on that pending motion.
So
But it
you're
has
saying I
be
have to make a motion to approve it?
it always has to be in the
motion
affirmative.
adopt that, yes, because that is what the agenda is. It's an adoption of that resolution. Just because you might put it before council on a vote to adopt doesn't mean you have to vote yes or no.
Okay, I make a motion to approve, resolution number 42-2023.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded. Now we're going to open up the floor for discussion.
I do not, I'm a no. I mean, when you go around, I'm a no. I do not approve this, the sale of this land. I don't. Because we've gone through this before. When they wanted to sell the land before, they wanted to put some houses over there that look like those houses down there on Kemper Lane, Kemper Road. And I will not accept that in my neighborhood. I will not accept it. So that's what I'm saying. No, I do not agree. Because when you sell the land to somebody, you are not able to tell them what they can put on the land until, if we can have a signed document saying what we can put on that land, then I would say, okay. But right now, no. I don't even want to sell it until we can find out or be told what we're going to put there. Because in that spot over there, they wanted to put 150 houses in on what, 18 acres it is? 18 acres. And there were houses that look worse than the houses down on Kemper in Springdale. I would not accept that.
So, just for my own edification, this is a resolution just authorizing the city manager to enter into a sale, should anything become available, but we don't even have a buyer, correct?
This is an authorization for us to advertise the RFP,
Right.
the request for
Advertise it,
proposal,
exactly.
which then will allow people that might be interested to bring proposals to us. It basically just allows us to issue the RFP. It does not authorize us to sell the land. We can't sell the land without council's further approval. And this will allow us to advertise it and bring it back and work with the developer to be able to say, you must do this, 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 and this in order for us to even sell you the land. So,
Okay, but that's not what it said. So that's why.
yeah.
Well, this is
Yeah,
just,
this, the title is
this
kind
is
of
just kind of like
misleading.
the first step in the process. This is something that we had discussed before, but there's no buyer currently, but we do, we
I
do
mean, I
have to
get
open up
that,
the process,
but how
yeah.
can you vote to, okay, we want a buyer, but how can you vote on that? There's nothing here, there's no information here to tell us what the intents are for the land.
Oh, there's
So one of the,
actual resolution.
but there are selection considerations. Producing quality homes in a setting that will enhance the character and attraction of the surrounding neighborhoods, will act in an expeditious manner to commence construction and substantially complete the project. There are a few kind of guidelines that we're going to use for whoever decides to complete that RFP, and we won't just automatically have to go with them. They're going to have to meet these considerations.
Yeah,
That'll be kind of like at least our second layer of defense.
yeah.
But
Once we put the RFP out there, then we'll solicit.
I get that, but you're asking me to say, okay, I agree to this, but you're not giving me any guidelines, any stipulation. There's nothing there to tell me
May I,
what
Mr.
this
Mayor?
is.
Yeah, John.
Ms. Holt, the whole idea here is, by our legislation, what we have in our charter and our ordinances, council has to authorize the sale. That's step one. Step two is, and Chris Anderson's been working on all of the requirements for bidders. We may end up with no bidders. And if that's the case, then the property doesn't sell. But if we get 2 or 3 bidders, it's going to be up to council to decide, first, do we want to sell to one of those bidders? Second, if so, then you pick whom you think is the best bidder. So along that process, there will be requirements of the bidder to satisfy what's in that bidding document. But this is just, the city needs your authorization to even start that process. And at any time, council can turn down the bids, and as I said, there may not be any bids. So this is just to start the engine.
Yeah, they have to ask permission to release the RFP.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
if
agree
they try
100%
to
what
bring
you're
us the
saying.
stuff
It's a
from
bad
Kemper, we can
title.
say no.
Yes, it is a bad
The title's
title.
not descriptive of, it's not a good title.
Exactly, and that's what I'm getting at. You want me to tell you, yeah, I'm good with this, but it's not.
Yeah, the title's not reflective, I
Yes,
think.
it's not.
Of the total thing that we should be doing, but it is the authorization to do an RFP, which begins the process. It's not the authorization to sell, so.
Can we change the name of the title? Does that, I
We-
mean, maybe
No,
semantics, but.
I would say that's semantics. That this is, like we were just saying, there's no bidders yet. This is just the city asking our permission as council,
Understand that.
right?
But I
To
can see
release
the
the RFP.
confusion.
I understand. I was just wondering for the record, can we change the wording? That's all.
If I
If you
may,
would-
Mr. Mayor.
And
Wanted
if
to make
not,
a-
it's okay.
Another motion?
The problem is, our legislation, our ordinances require this as a resolution passed by council to authorize the sale of property, and that's what the title says.
Yeah, I get that.
Title just reflects what's in our ordinance in this first step. Again, this is just the first step. This is not selling the property, it's authorizing the sale.
We authorize the process to sell the, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, but, you know,
At this point, though, this is still just discussion. When we call the vote, you can still vote
okay,
again.
we've already voted on it. We can move on.
Well, we haven't voted on it, so that
No, we did.
we were in the discussion phase, and at this point now, I'm going to ask the clerk, please, call the roll on the motion, to adopt.
Holt,
Really?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
All right, resolution number 42-2023 passes, so the city now has permission to release the RFP to accept bids, and then we'll begin the discussion on if these bids meet the requirements to sell the land that we'll lay out. Now, will the clerk please read resolution number 43-2023 by title only?
Resolution number 43-2023, a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a supplemental agreement for building department and related professional services with Daniel Bly Consultant, doing business as Design Solutions by Bly LLC.
That one was pretty descriptive. Is there a motion, Councilmember Sylvester?
I motion resolution number 43-2023.
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
This gives authority to our city manager to be active in going into this agreement for the benefit and betterment of the city of Forest Park, and for the professional services that would be rendered. So I motion for the adoption of the resolution number 43-2023.
Thank you for that, Councilmember. Will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to adopt?
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
All right, resolution number 43-2023 passes 7-0. Will the clerk please read resolution number 44-2023 by title only?
Resolution number 44-2023, a resolution increasing rates for solid waste and recycling collection service for the city of Forest Park, Ohio, for the period of October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2028.
All right, is there a motion, Vice Mayor Holt?
All I can say, there's a black cloud over my head tonight because
So, that's okay.
I mean, it's a necessity. So I move for adoption of resolution number 44-2023.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion? All right, hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll on the motion?
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Holt,
There's that cloud. Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
All right, resolution number 44-2023 passes 7-0. All right,
Can we,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
go ahead, I'll go after you.
wait 1 second. Councilmember Clark.
I apologize, Mr. Mayor. So the reason I had my pause, and I fully should have said something, so that our residents are understanding what's about to happen. I know that, I think we've already, I can't remember if we've already read this in full, but, we are certainly talking about an increase here, but a tad bit of that background, if, and, Mr. Jones can, correct me, but was because there was a decision on their part to put off an increase because of COVID and things like that. And so we kind of went some time without having a significant increase, and now we've got this one. So this is, they potentially will notice this increase, and I think that's why I had a pause.
Yeah, we've already voted on it, but this is typically the portion where, when we say, is there any further discussion, we should get that out there. But I will allow Mr. Jones to give a bit of background information on it, and these are posted across the city as well. But Mr. Jones, you could please
Thank you, I'm
explain this
sorry about
ordinance.
that.
Sure, again, these are posted, and we have discussed it, and we've gone back and forth as to, this has been a process we've gone through over the last year. Rumpke is our solid waste provider. They're our trash company, and they've been here since the trash service started here in the city of Forest Park. They've had multiple contracts. They're normally in 5-year increments. This year, our contract came due, so we've been negotiating it over the last several months, and approved it at a prior meeting. So we entered into a new 5-year agreement. That agreement called for an 18% increase from Rumpke on our solid waste fees, mainly because of, at least according to them, is that through increased fuel costs, through increased, they have to pay folks more as well, personnel costs. They've lost a lot of money over the last couple years because of they couldn't pass those increases along. Because we did have a contract that stated a certain rate, and so at the end of their 5-year contract, this is their new bid. So we're passing an increase along to the end users. The residents here is going up about on a full service is going up $2 from $21.50 to $23.50. So it's about a 10% increase. So it's an 18% increase passed to us by Rumpke, and we're passing along a percentage of that, and then bringing it over, implementing about $1 an increase over the next 5 years. Rumpke's contract was 18% plus 5% a year over the next 5 years. So it's consistent with their bids throughout the community. As other communities' contracts come up for renewal, these are the types of bids that they're receiving. We've checked it with other communities, with the regional, the Hamilton County Solid Waste, and so it's consistent with the types of rates that they're charging other communities. Again, we've got very good service. Our contract is our contract. Again, it's the things that we want as a community. There is a eco tier that we want to remind everyone that's still available. That's you get if you put out less garbage, you can sign up for that eco tier, which is about $6 less a month. Actually, it's going to be $17.25 versus $23.50. So that it's one can. It's a smaller can. So if you're to that point, if you're retired, if you just don't have a lot of garbage, or you recycle a lot, I recommend looking at that eco tier. Wright Gwynn and our environmental department is available to discuss this with anyone, and if you need to make any changes with Rumpke or to your service, that's the person you'll talk to right here at City Hall. So give us a call. We make sure you can get in touch with him. He'll be able to walk you through it and make sure that if you make any changes that they're processed properly, and Rumpke will take care of that. But bottom line is inflation, higher costs of people, higher gas, and basically just the cost of doing business from Rumpke. We had a really nice 5-year contract with them that held the cost down, and our new 5-year contract reflects the realities of today's economy.
All right, thank you for that, Don.
These will be effective January 1st.
I just have one question. So Don, if if they don't want to get into this program, is it, do you know what it would cost them to just go straight Rumpke? I mean, you know, not,
They're required to be, if you live in the city of Forest Park and you are a resident and and you live in a home, you are, and not a business, you are required to have Rumpke as the trash holder through this contract. So that's a requirement. You can't opt out. And it is the trash service for the whole community. And so they can't opt out of this.
All right, so at this point, if people want more information, they can always contact Wright Gwynn in our Environmental Awareness Department. This is basically just the rates that Rumpke is charging for waste collection. Our contract is up. The rates are going up a percentage, so about $2. And any other community across Hamilton County whose contract is also ending or has ended, their rates have gone up as well.
Depending on the service that they put in their contract.
Right.
Mayor Brown, I wanted to make a statement. Councilwoman Clark and City Manager Don Jones did say exactly the things that I wanted to say, but I also wanted to mention this to our residents, that it did not go without this decision to have an increase, this $2 increase, and then $1 over the next 5 years or so, did not go without some discussion and us trying to evaluate other methods or other possibilities. But unfortunately, there's just no one else, no other organization that is going to collect our trash, and there's just nowhere else for us to go. So I just want that to be noted, so that our residents know that we are not trying to nickel and dime them in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but this is something that we did not have control over, and there was a sincere, conscious, and intentional effort to have options, but we don't have them. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Councilmember Adams. So moving on to item number H on the agenda, is there a motion, Councilmember Harrison?
Yes, sir. I make a motion to appoint the following individuals to the respective board/commission. Lois Chambers to the Beautification Commission with the expiration date of November 30th, 2026. James Ingram, Charter Revision Committee, expiration date November 30th, 2028. Melanie Veal, Civil Service Commission, expiration date November 30th, 2026. Richard Bedford, Economic Development Commission, expiration date November 30th, 2026. Ronald Johnson, Economic Development Commission, expiration date November 30th, 2026. George Cummings, Environmental Awareness Board of Directors, expiration date 11/30/2026. Susan Anufaro, Environmental Awareness Board of Directors, expiration date 11/30/2026. Danita Edwards, Recreation Commission, expiration date 11/30/2026. George Cummings, Stormwater Utility Board, 11/30/2027. And finally, Steve Denny, Stormwater Utility Board, expiration date 11/30/2027.
All right, thank you for that, Councilmember Harrison.
Thank you,
Is there a
sir.
second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
Once again, I'd like to thank these individuals, community members, for stepping up and joining these boards or commissions. So to our residents of Forest Park, if you do want to get involved, please send an email or go to the city website to apply for our various boards and commissions. You will be interviewed, and we'd like to have you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that, Councilmember Harrison. And this can be a voice vote. So all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sound of voting aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion passes 7-0. Moving on to item number I. So we actually have to discuss our recess. So council goes on recess for the holidays from December 19th this year. And then we're going to go into recess all the way through January 7th in 2024. So I make a motion to recess from December 19th through January 7th, 2024.
second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Again, like I said, we just go on recess for the holidays, and this motion is confirming that is the date that will start. So this can be a voice vote as well. All those in favor, let it be known by the sound of voting aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. And then moving on to item number, the last item, is there a motion, Councilmember Sylvester?
Yes, I motion to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion, Councilmember?
No further discussion.
All right, and this is also a voice vote, excuse me. All those in favor, let it be known by the sound of voting aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, the motion passes. Now, is there any other business to come before the body?
Just a thank you to
There-
our residents for being here today and going through council with us. We greatly appreciate it. Coach, please, let us know when you have some wins. We want to acknowledge you and your entire team. Thank you.
All right, is there any other business to come before the body? Is there any other business to come before the body? Hearing none,
Happy Thanksgiving to all.
council meeting is adjourned.